Hey everybody, Drew here, and you are in my shop with this 2002 Volvo v70. This is going to apply to pretty much this entire generation of v70, XC70, the v60, and possibly even the v80. All the ones that have this Asen Warner 55-50 SN transmission with the transmission pan and valve body in the front. You are going to find out real quick this is a miserable job. I have another video, link in the description, that shows you how I was able to lift the engine. And I had said in it I would let you know if there was any issue getting the oil pan back on. And I just want to let you know right off the bat here, it was totally doable. It was absolutely doable, but I fear scraping as I try to wedge the pan in there, scraping off some of the RTV that inevitably needs to go on it. So I want to show you what I did. First, there's that right there, the dead center of your screen, fingers covering it, now it's not, covering it, now it's not. There's a little 10, and that guy right there, that guy holds that ground wire. That is what that is, a ground wire onto the subframe. I took that off, and we're just going to move it kind of back out of the way here, like that. There we go. So now that's out of the way. This guy is connected from, disconnected from here, and again from the front motor mount bracket. I've got the subframe dropped. Again, guys, this sucks. I mean, you're putting pressure on, or you're putting tension on the CV axle boot. You're putting tension by lifting the engine. You're putting tension on the flex pipe in the back. But see, if you could steal a couple inches from the engine, from the subframe going down, before you know it, inches add up and you've got plenty of room. So the other thing I wanted to show you, I used the front of the cross member as a jack point to get the car off the ground. Volvos are really weird with jack points. Other cars would have what's called a pinch weld here. That is a jack point. I don't know, maybe this one is. I don't think so. This definitely is. You could tell Volvo stamped that out before I had it on that. But I backed out those probably about a third of the way out, hanging down at least an inch, those back cross member bolts. Then I took out, as you can see there, the front ones completely and dropped the subframe down with a jack, which you see there, and the piece of wood to give you the height. Now, with my left hand, which is not my dominant hand, actually, you know what? I'm not going to try to be a freaking hero. I've seen how that goes before. I put the pan in my right hand now, and it's kind of tough to do with you guys on the phone, but one-handedly, as you see here, being careful not to scrape RTV if I already had it on there. Your next obstacle is this hose. I still wouldn't have scraped it. I'm close, though. Valve body is in the pan, and there you go. So the pan would come straight out and easily up this way. The only thing that it keeps getting jammed up on, and if I was using both hands to do this job with the RTV actually in place, this hose very much gets in the way, but 24 years of that nut being on there the way it is, I'm not messing with that and expecting not to get a leak. So I took this quick connect out of the radiator there. So this is just to show you guys, you'll never do this, period. I don't care who you are, unless you have the physical human strength to literally rip the valve body off the front of the transmission in the process. You're not getting that out without raising the engine or dropping the subframe. The point of this video is to show you, I've got the, and definitely watch the video, the link in the description, because it shows you everything you need to do to lift the engine a little bit. But it only took me another 10 minutes to drop the subframe, a pretty substantial amount. I mean, that's got to be all up, maybe 5 inches, 4 inches in there. So if I say I gained 4 inches from raising the engine and I gained 4 inches from that way, that's a whole 8 inches of clearance, which makes a lot of difference when we didn't need all that much to begin with. To get this bad boy up, up and, this bad boy I'm talking about, up and out of there and then back in. Folks, this is a miserable job, miserable. But it's not hard, I guess. It's just miserable, if that makes sense. So, but if I could do it, you could do it. So if at any point in this video at all this was helpful, if you learned anything or you saw something you're going to go out in the garage and try, please do give this video a thumbs up. That really helps. Helps the channel, helps the internet direct people to this. And of course, if you like this type of content, little stuff to help you get through these jobs, do subscribe and definitely check out the channel. There's not much on here about these Volvos. I absolutely love them. but nothing will ever make me tell you that they're not a freaking nightmare compared to, like, this is a 2002. Up till 2001, they made a Toyota in Japan called a Mark II Qualis, and it was literally just a 97 through 01 Camry with a small V6 that we didn't get in the United States. Link in the description if you want to see one of these cars in person. A small V6 we didn't get in the US, but otherwise just a 97 Camry station wagon. That, if that was sold here new next to this Volvo, it was the only thing that I'd say I've had that's close of just the quality and awesomeness of this Volvo. But man, once you get into stuff like this, everything's a freaking headache compared to a Toyota. So anyways, plenty of reasons to like and subscribe there. Hopefully you do. Take care. God bless. Bye.